All right, legends, this one is going to be wild. Today, we are going to take a look outside of the North American sphere and we're going to spread our wings and we're going to look at the top 10 weirdest sports in the world. Will it be hilarious, funny, just downright bizarre? Let's find out. But first, head on down, hit the subscribe button, really helps with the algorithm.
Then explains the top 10 weirdest sports in the world. So you've probably heard of
The good thing is we're going to, I think from this video, we're going to actually get them explained. We're not just going to be thrown into the deep end and wondering what on earth is going on. But let's go on.
tennis, basketball or football,
Mhm.
which is soccer to you Americans.
Yep.
But you've probably not come across any of these sports, each one weirder than the last. And no, I'm not yanking your chain, these sports are real. Number 1, Sepak Takraw.
I have heard of this only from the perspective of when I was like Googling weirder sports. I saw this one come up a lot, but no idea what it is.
Probably the least weird sport on the list,
Looks like
Sepak
volleyball.
Takraw is sometimes referred to as kick volleyball. It's essentially volleyball, but you're only allowed to use your feet and head to hit the ball onto your opponent's floor.
Huh.
It's very popular in Southeast Asia, and there's a ton of unbelievable plays in this game. And by the way, if you want to find out more about it, I actually made a video about Sepak Takraw right here.
Maybe
Number
another
2,
time.
Shin
I've got to pause that thought. That looks interesting. Like the athleticism in that kick volleyball looks amazing. Let me know in the comments below. Should I look into that more? I think that would be interesting. But shin kicking, what's the bet? This is either Scottish or Irish.
Kicking. Oh yeah, that's a sport, believe it or not. If you're from the south of England, you've probably seen this before.
Okay.
But the idea
English.
of the game is to kick
Close.
your opponent in the shin repeatedly to try and get them onto the ground. Before the game starts, you have to stuff your trousers full of straw, wear a lab coat for some reason, and then proceed to grapple your opponent and kick them.
What? What's with the lab coat? Like, I can't get over the fact that kicking shins is a sport, but I mean it's English. It makes sense. Why a lab coat? I'm very confused. And how does a sport like this begin? How does it begin? What is the historical roots? If you know, let me know in the comments below.
Crap out of him. I'm not sure what the referee does, but he's this guy here who's holding a big stick. And also wearing a lab coat. Number 3.
What is with the lab coats? And yeah, the big stick. You're kicking him wrong. Whack. That's what I'm envisioning, but who knows?
3. Caber tossing. Whilst the English are kicking each other in the shins, the Scottish are throwing around bits of tree.
No, I've seen
Caber
this
tossing is one
before.
of the original Scottish Highland games, and believe it or not, the object of the sport is not to throw the log the furthest. These logs, or cabers, are 19 feet 6 inches long and weigh 175 pounds.
Oof.
And the idea is to toss the caber onto its end and for it to land on the 12 o'clock position. This is rarely done perfectly, and judges are on hand to make a decision if there's a close tie.
Right. Okay. So I have seen this, not watched it, but I've seen it vaguely. And I always thought the idea of it was to throw it the furthest. So I've now learned it's not. It's to get it in like basically directly straight in front of you. That would be difficult. And if memory serves correct, and I stand to be corrected on this, it actually has its roots in like Scottish warfare where they would throw things at things, people, stuff. Anyway, I could be wrong, but that's my impression from it.
Caber tossing is a true test of strength and explosive power, unlike that.
So what we're saying here is that the Scottish have a sport with true strength and power, and the English just kick shins. I mean, it could be French. They could run away, I guess.
Number 4, Quidditch.
Quidditch!
Unless you've been under a rock for the last 20 years,
Quidditch!
you've probably heard of Harry Potter and the fictional sport they play known as Quidditch.
Yes.
Unfortunately, some bright spark decided that they would actually play the game and introduce it to all the American colleges and universities. So now, every Saturday you'll see grown men and women run around a field with a broom between their legs. I'm not joking. And no folks, I really won't be making a video about the rules of Quidditch anytime soon.
All right. Obviously, I have kids. I grew up as Harry Potter thing was starting to take off and first coming out and all that sort of stuff. So Quidditch, yes, I understand Quidditch. I don't understand it, but I know of Quidditch. Didn't know it had been translated to a real sport. Do we cover it here? Do we react to it? Let me know.
Number 5. Wife carrying.
Pass.
Our friends in Finland are responsible for this one.
Of course they are.
Yes, as you probably guessed by the title, you have to carry your wife over an obstacle course in the fastest possible time. The only real requirement is that the wife must weigh at least 49 kilos and that the course is exactly 253.5 meters long.
Why exactly 253.5 meters long? Why exactly that amount?
The winner usually wins his wife's weight in beer. So guys,
Yeah. This is an interesting sport. One, you'd want your wife to be heavier so you could win more beer, but you would want her to be lighter so you don't have to carry her that far. This is truly bizarre. People play this?
pick up your wife. Pick up somebody else's wife, I don't care. There's beer to be won. Number 6. Chess boxing. It's exactly as it sounds. Chess, the board game, mixed with boxing, the combat sport. Players alternate a round of
This is not two sports that seem to go together.
boxing with a round of speed chess. The idea is to punch your opponent to death so that he can't think straight at the chessboard, or confuse him with chess tactics so that they're not concentrating on the boxing. You win this sport either by a knockout or by checkmate.
When do you know when to play chess and when to do the boxing? I'm so confused.
Whichever comes first. Number 7. Dog surfing. Normal surfing is passé. It's old hat. I know, why don't we put dogs on surfboards instead?
I mean,
Yes, over in California.
I've seen dogs here in Australia. Where I live is, the beautiful, best beaches in the world. So to see dogs on surfboards doesn't really surprise me. I don't think it's a genuine sport here, but no, this doesn't surprise me.
They've decided that it's a good idea to stick their pets on surfboards
And generally, the
and make them
dogs
suffer Poseidon's wrath.
really
The
enjoy
winner
it.
is whichever dog is adjudged to ride the longest wave with the most degree of certainty. Although most of these dogs don't seem very certain at all. Number 8. Unicycle football.
Look, I knew that's a strange one. We're not looking at the NFL, but yes, unicycle sport I know is most sports have got a version of it.
American football is hard enough, but there are some people who think that it's just too easy. So those are the ones that decide to play football on unicycles. It's pretty much the
Ooh.
same game as American football.
Oof.
You can tackle, pass, or cycle with a ball, and the scoring is pretty much the same. But I can imagine the injuries from clashing
I was just about to say this is one sport that I think you would see an injury count through the roof, completely through the roof.
unicycles being horrendous. Football not your thing? How about unicycle hockey?
There we go.
Or unicycle polo?
So as I said before, I think there's a lot of sports that has a unicycle variant because why not? Let's make everything in the world harder.
Basically, any team sport you can think of on a unicycle. Number 9.
Why not unicycle Quidditch? If someone can find a game of unicycle Quidditch, I will react to that. Blind soccer. This is a thing.
Blind soccer. You'd think that by playing soccer requires you to be able to see the ball. But obviously, nobody told these guys. Players are either naturally blind or blindfolded, and a bell is inserted into the soccer ball. They obviously can't see the ball, so they have to listen for the bell inside the soccer ball, and players have to constantly communicate so that they don't run into each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's-
Did you see that? All right, how do you know? It must take fantastic situational awareness to be able to know sort of where the ball is, even though it's got a bell in it, but where you are in relation to the goal, that you can do a shot like that. That is real. That is skill. Honestly, that is skill.
That's dead easy, right? Number 10. Cardboard tube dueling.
Okay, this is a sport that's obviously started because of Star Wars, and a 10-year-old did not get a lightsaber for Christmas, so went and got the cardboard rolls out of the toilet, stuck them all together, and went, Huzzah! It's a sport? Really? You gotta be kidding me.
I'm seriously not making this up.
I think you might be.
Cardboard tube dueling is as the name implies. It's fighting with cardboard tubes. Players must hit each other and break their opponent's cardboard tube without breaking their own. If time expires, a referee will measure both tubes, and the tube that has bent the least wins the duel. There's no stabbing or lunging, no hitting to the face, and cardboard armour and shields are optional. There's even a pro league dedicated to cardboard tubes.
So, if the aim of the game, of the sport, I use the term sport loosely here, if the aim of the game is to break the other person's tube, so it's bent more than your tube, what's the point of hitting them? You know, there was a few scenes there where you saw them hitting them. That's only going to be hurting yourself in the long run. Why would... Obviously, the strategy's above my head.
Tube combatants. Okay.
Hey, Gornskis.
Honourable mention goes to the Indonesian sport of fireball. It's pretty much like regular football, except that you set the ball on fire before you start playing. Sounds like...
Okay, my first thought is, if you've ever seen Friends, fireball. But, they must have tremendous injuries from burns. Or their clothes must be fire retardant or something. That's insane.
Great fun. Got any other obscure or weird sports to share?
Well, I agree with that. Got any other obscure or weird sports to share with the world? Let me know. I will react to them. But that was absolutely mad. Like, I didn't even know half these things existed or they were a sport. If you want me to react to any of those specifically, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know which is your favorite. Which is the one that you would like to watch more. I think that very first one, that kick volleyball, that looks actually really interesting. I might actually look into that for a future video. But look, legends, stick around. We have many, many more reactions to come, from North American sports to strange things around the world, to things from Europe, to things from the UK. Maybe at sometimes, maybe even some stuff from our homegrown land of Australia. Let me know what you would like to see. Leave a comment down below. And while you're there, leave a like and subscribe because it really helps with the algorithm. Until then, legends, see you on the sidelines.